Hey guys, I'm gonna do this video, and so you guys can check to make sure I'm not lying to you. I'm doing this on my own private channel because I've got some private things to say that are separate from Legacy themselves. So guys, for the love of God, actually watch the video. Don't watch 2 minutes of it and assume something about this video that's not being said or not being communicated, because what I'm going to communicate needs to be communicated, because I feel like there's been some no, miscommunication is not the right word here. It's been purposeful. There's been some lies, some mouth breathing, some manipulation, and some general attempts, I believe, to make me less reputable. When they happened, I can't be sure. I'm not going to speak to exactly when, but I have a very good reason to believe that they are still happening. I'm going to hat tip here to Andrew Knapp and Ian Christensen, who I had a good conversation with yesterday about this. They both understand why I feel the way I do, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I feel the way I do. And also, I'm going to try to give you guys a little insight into who I am, what I do, so that you guys can get a better feel for who I am without listening to third parties who don't really know me. That's what I'm doing, guys. I want you to know who I really am. No more hiding behind an anonymity of, well, I think I know that guy because I've talked to him once on Facebook. You don't know me. No offense. None of you do. And the other thing is, the only thing I have to offer people online, guys, and this goes double for Legacy itself, all I can offer you when you only know me online is my reputation, my integrity, my service, and my ability to perform things admirably. Okay, so real quick, guys, as I'm going to say this the only way I know how. I don't appreciate what's been going on. I'm sorry. I've been thinking about it for the last 3 or 4 weeks now. I do not believe that I can put up 6, 7, 8 games and have to cancel all of them without there being something either having been or currently being said about me to scare people. People don't know me. And I think somebody like I said, either in the past, and I have a good reason to believe it's happened currently, has ensured that people don't think I'm worth their time. And I think it's on a personal level. I don't think it's on a gaming level. So let me go ahead and break off here, guys. I'm going to say something that makes a lot of sense to all of you. And it makes a lot of sense to me too. If you don't like me because I'm a bad game master, or you don't like my GMing style, that is one thing. Guys, that is fine. Not everyone is going to mesh in a gaming style. I appreciate that you don't try to enforce yourself on me or enjoin yourself to me when you aren't going to fit in with me, because all that does is causes conflict and drama. However, if you're avoiding me because you've heard something privately about me as a person, you need to have the fucking balls to come to me and talk to me. I am an adult. I'm hoping you're an adult. And I think we can resolve our problems and our differences by simply being the adults we're supposed to be. It's not difficult. It really isn't, guys. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, that's my big issue. That's something that I foresee going on. It is something that I have almost positive is going on. God help the people that have done it in the past or are doing it now, because if I find out who they are, hell will rain down on them. Interestingly enough, because Legacy is a business entity and will soon be LLC'd, we run it as a partnership, a non-limited liability partnership. It is a straight partnership. I can sue your asses. I can have you arrested. I can have all kinds of things happen to you if you're US based. Fuck being US based. Let me go ahead and put this out here. If I find out that you're mouth breathing against me as a company, I will make your life a living hell, because that is interfering with a business operation. That is harassment. That is a couple of other things that are illegal. I am trying to start Legacy, and we are trying to get the business end of it off the ground. So let's stop now. If you are mouth breathing, you are being a general asshole, and you are trying to run my reputation, that is illegal. End of story. So let's just stop the bullshit now It is illegal. You want to check into it? Check into it. It is a civil charge of disrupting business operations. I can sue you for everything you're worth. I can take your house, your wife, your dog, your children for it. I am trying to start a company. I have been doing so for 2 years. I have worked very hard for almost 3 years, actually. We're about 8 months from being 3 years, guys. So we're about half a year from being operating for 3 years. Okay, so about 2.5 years. We'll split the difference. We've been operating for about 2.5 years now. And we've worked very hard to build the brand, to build the trust that we have with the people we do have it with. We've worked very hard to integrate ourselves into the community, both on the OSG, the Brigade, even Posey's group. We're integrated with some other groups that you're not as familiar with, like the Society for Extraordinary Gamers and Steve Albany and those guys, which, by the way, I give a hat tip to Steve Albany. Him and his group have welcomed me with open arms and have welcomed Legacy with open arms. Even when we disagree, they've still been very courteous to me. So Steve, thank you very much. And thanks to Ted Walderstadt and some other guys over there, Rod Martz, and you guys have been very welcoming. Like I said, some other groups you guys aren't familiar with. I will rain living hell down on you if I find out you're US based. That is the bottom line. At this point, I am done. You are damaging my ability to form my company. So let's just get that out of the way now. I'm done. I made that decision. What you're doing is a civil offense. It's also harassment. It may, depending on what you're doing, what you're saying, and what I can find out for positives, could be criminal harassment. So let's keep things straight. It could also be endangering the welfare of others because this stuff affects me very deeply on a personal level. And it can cause all kinds of health issues for me. And those health issues, guys, those health issues can do things like lead me to suicide, which, by the way, is an endangering the welfare of others charge. Knowingly harassing a mentally ill person with the intent of causing them emotional distress is a crime. It is a form of harassment. Almost all states have that on their books. You can look into your own code to find out what yours says about it, but I know North Carolina has it, and I'm fairly sure several other states I've looked at that are nearby have it. It's because of the very reasons I just stated, because you can cause them severe bodily harm by driving them crazy, basically gaslighting them. So let's stop the pretentiousness. If you're bad-mouthing me, you're listening to people who bad-mouth me, you're not saying anything, and you're complacent in it, you are a fucking coward. So let's get that out of the way. Now, guys, I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to go to something a little more positive on this side. And I want you guys to know something. I'm going to give you a couple of things you don't know about me. And I want you guys to get to know me, because I think that's the important part here. You need to know who you're dealing with. You need to know who I am, not just that I'm this guy that runs a lot of games or I own a lot of games. And that's something that I think I've become in the community, is I've become this source of knowledge that a lot of people don't know a lot about. They know I know a lot about gaming, but they don't realize who I am outside of that. So because I'm going to avoid gaming, I am going to start with something that makes a lot of sense to you. I do know a lot about gaming. I've been doing it a long time, about 25 years roughly. I think this summer was 22 years, like just June or something was 22 years. So, you know, guys, I've been gaming a long time. I've got a lot of experience with a lot of different systems. I very much love gaming, but I'm going to give you guys some insights into me as a person. First thing I'm going to give you guys, I'm extremely passionate. I'm a passionate human being. I'm passionate about the community. I am passionate about my hobbies. I am passionate about the law. I am extremely passionate about politics. I am extra concentrated, passionate about my friendships and defending the people that I care about. So guys, I'm a passionate person. That's why this entire video, if you can't tell, drips with my passion. My passion right now is for you guys to understand who I am and for me to stop this ridiculous death spiral that's been going on in the OSG with me. Because I can post games in other groups, I have no problem getting players. So don't even make the mistake of saying, well, maybe it's just the games you're placing. No, it's not, because I place the same game in other groups and I get them full. So that's bullshit. Guys, this is an issue within the OSG. Just so you know, it's unique to the OSG. So just so you know, putting all that aside, I'm passionate. I love what I do. Guys, I'm a pre-law student. For those of you who don't know, I'm a pre-law student. I'm cum laude right now. If I graduated tomorrow, I'd graduate with honors. I'm highly intelligent, very dedicated in my work, super into my studies. Anyone who's talked to me for more than 15 minutes will tell you that. Love the law. I really do. Because that's the first thing I want you to know about me. I am super passionate. I really am. Second thing I think you deserve to know about me, guys, I'm not a healthy individual. I am severely mentally ill. I'm going to level because I think it's important to level with people and be honest. My active diagnosis is type 1 bipolar moderate to severe with OCD and PTSD. So if you must know, I have a lot of health issues. I also have some physical health issues that I'm not going to get into details with that I've had to deal with. I've had an auto accident that nearly broke my back, so I don't have a back left. I am literally just fucked up beyond belief. Guys, mentally and physically, I am not a healthy individual. And I do not appreciate, and I will not reiterate this enough times, I do not appreciate people who use that as a reason to dislike me. I hate that. I apologize to anyone ahead of time if I come off as crass, annoying, or grating. Take the time to get to know me. You'll find out that a lot of that is very surface and very superficial because of the issues I have mentally and emotionally. That once you get to know me, I actually wind up being a pretty good guy. I'm a fairly bearable person. I'm a very good person to be around. I'm a good person to put your head on and cry if you need to. I'll listen to your problems. I'll try to help you through things. I'll try to help you solve problems. I'll help you do schoolwork. I don't care. If you need help, I try to help people. That's the third thing you guys need to know about me. I'm authentic. If you haven't been able to tell that from my videos, guys, I am extremely authentic. And by that, I mean, there are a lot of people who fake their way through life, especially in an online presence. They pretend to be something that they're not. They want to be different. They want to be a different person, and being online gives them that ability. And I'm going to tell you now, I am not that way. I am extremely authentic. What you see right now is what I am. I am never going to change who I am. I am extremely truthful and honest. I live by the Air Force code. I'm a former airman. I'm a prior airman, service airman. So I live by that code. And if you don't know what that code is, I can gladly tell you right now. It's integrity first, service before self, excellence in all you do. And I'm going to promise you guys, I do my damn best to live by that. I try to have integrity. I don't always. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I'm perfect. I don't always have integrity. I don't always do service for myself. I try to think of myself sometimes for other people, but I try not to do that. I really do. And guys, the last thing I do is I try to carry myself, and I try to do everything I touch with a level of excellence that shows a commitment to the work, whatever it may be, whether it's building a shelf, to running games, to doing my videos, to writing supplements, whatever is in between. I do it all with a lot of dedication so that my work looks good and feels good. That is the way I am. Congratulations. Something else that a lot of you do not know about me. I am extremely nerdy. I know that's something that comes out, oh, well, I'm a gamer, I'm a nerd. I don't think you guys begin to grasp the level of geekiness that I find myself in at times. I stand on the shoulders of other nerds at times. In fact, go watch Jeff Cape's last game of MERP and just watch me flex my muscles on the LOTR. That's all I have to say. Watch it. Guys, I am well-versed in comics, fantasy, sci-fi, physics, quantum physics, morality, law, computers. I'm a certified remote support technician through CompTIA. I am extremely nerdy. And I'm very much like most of you guys. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and I'm very much like the rest of you guys. You know, I've read most of the major fantasy series. I enjoy good books. I read a lot. I watch a lot of terrible television. Guys, I'm not that much different than you. That's the fifth thing, guys. I'm not different than you guys are. Even though I have mental health and emotional health issues, I'm not different than anyone else here. Let's settle that now, okay? I'm not different. For all the bullshit you'll hear about mentally ill people being different, we're really not. The people that are different when they're mentally ill are people who live their illnesses. I don't do that. I'm bipolar, and it's part of me, but it's not who I am. So guys, let's get that out of the way now. How? I'm not different than you. You know what? You like to read fantasy, you like to watch movies, you like to hang out with friends, you like to play board games, all the stuff you guys do. Guess what I do? I do all of that. I play Armada, Star Wars Armada once a week. I'm not gonna be able to play this week because I've got a doctor's appointment, but unfortunately, but I play Armada most weeks. I play board games. I've got a smattering of board games in the back. I haven't been able to play them recently because I don't have a lot of people to play with right now. I kind of backed out of the board game scene around here. I role play with you guys. I role play in person. I pick up and I do. So I watch movies. I've watched most of the most recent movies, especially superhero movies. The sixth thing you guys do not know about me. You know a little. You probably heard me mention it, but you don't understand. I am deeply religious, deeply faithful to my faith. I believe in God wholeheartedly. And I'm active in my church, very active in my church. I love my church to death. I would never trade it for the world. And you know what? Congratulations, people. That helps me a lot. You don't have to, I'm not asking you guys to be religious. I just ask that you guys respect that I am enough not to turn it into an issue. Whatever issues you have with religion, I don't care. It helps me. It helps me through my day-to-day activities, and it helps me when I have to put up the crap. And it definitely helps me to understand humankind. So all that being said, guys, 7 things I think is important for you to know about me as a person. I have a very awkward relationship with my family, but I love my family. They are my family. I can bitch about them. I can moan about them. I can call them names. I can get frustrated with them. But at the end of the day, they're still my family. I have 6 nieces and nephews that I'm close with, relatively close with. The oldest is starting at Winthrop in the fall, this month, here like in the next week or 2. The youngest is 6. I don't count my brother's kids because we're never going to see them. I do, though, have 6 other nieces and nephews that I try to stay close with, that I love and I care about deeply. There are 3 of them. My 2 sisters, her kids are extremely into comics, movies, fantasy, sci-fi. One of her kids is into role playing, a little bit of role playing. And I'm sorry, I appreciate my family. Guys, these, I'm going to give you a couple more and then I'm going to be done, honestly. 8th thing I think you should know about me. I could probably do this all day, guys. 8th thing you guys don't know about me that I think is important to know about me, guys. I am 100% totally and completely disabled. If you ever wonder why I always have time to do things, I don't work. I can't work. My last job I held, I was working 20 hours a week and it almost killed me, literally. It was close to between a heart attack or suicide, and doctors and me weren't sure which was going to happen first. So quitting that job wound up being the healthiest thing for me. That is the 8th thing. And the last thing I'm going to tell you guys that I think, or the last 2 things I'm going to tell you, because I'm going to go 10. Last 2. One of the things you guys don't know about me, and I think it's important for you to know so you can get to know me a little better, guys, is I am extremely organized. And by organized, I mean freakily organized. I know my house looks dirty. I'm a bibliophile. For those of you who don't know what a bibliophile is, I collect books. I have over 430 individual books in the house, well over 500 novels, because a lot of my books are omnibus. So I have well over 500 books in this house. I read constantly, and every last one of those books is organized. Sometimes in a way only that I understand, but they're organized. Most of my series are organized by chronological, and that includes Star Wars. So yeah, guys, if you're ever wondering what kind of shit I do, I'm extremely organized. My RPG books are organized by alphabetical order. I mean, I'm an organized person. It's organized chaos most of the time, but it is organized. I understand my own organization. The last thing I'm going to tell you guys that I think is important for you to know about me, I love video games. I don't play them as much as I used to, mostly because I don't have time. In between spending time with friends, church, school, hanging out with you guys, I don't have a lot of time for video games, but there are days I will sit down and play for 6 or 8 hours at a time when I'm bored or I don't really have anything going on. One of my favorite games of all times is Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm actually replaying through it right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to raffle stomp my way through that game. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm already way over leveled for it. It's kind of half joking, but I really am. I've taken a lot of time to do that. Because I want you to understand everything I've told you guys here is extremely personal. And I want you to know this is in full disclosure to you guys. This is who I am. Stop assuming you know me. Stop assuming that other people know me. And if you have questions, guys, you ever want to know something about me, I'm an extremely open individual. I'm not very guarded with a lot of things. There are things I keep close to the chest, and I'm never going to tell you. But for the most part, guys, if you have a question for me, I have no problem answering questions. Guys, if you have questions about who I am as a person, I can direct you to some people that will gladly, who have spent plenty of time with me, who will gladly answer your questions about me. I'll give you a couple names now that'll tell you why you're wasting your time ignoring me and acting like somehow or another I'm a bad person, and why you ignore my games, why you ignore me as a person, why you dodge my questions when I pose them, all the shit that goes on. I'm going to say it the only way I know how, because I think it needs to be said this way. Hey, guys, I can name 2 or 3 names right now, and I'm going to do it because I think it's important, so you know that I'm not lying to you. You can talk to Jeff Cape. He will. I know for a fact he'll go to the corner and tell you that there is nothing wrong with me as a person. That if you would give me an opportunity, you would find that out. I'm fun. I'm exciting. I have a lot of fun in his games. I got a great sense of humor. He'd tell you all that. Andrew Knapp and Ian Christensen both could probably tell you that on an intellectual level, because they've had a lot of intellectual conversations with me, I'm extremely engaging, extremely intelligent, a lot of fun to talk to. If you want a deep conversation about something very cool, like something very serious, I'm the kind of person that can have that conversation with you. And this, by the way, guys, don't take this as me to my own horn. I'm telling you, these things are real because I've had people tell me these things. Those two, like I said, those 2 are admins, and they would tell you that. Nick Hartouian would tell you that if you need questions answered about games, I'm there for you. I'll answer them for you. I'll try to answer them for you the best I can anyways. I don't ever make guarantees, but I certainly would try to answer those questions for you the best I can. And if I can't, I would try to direct you to somebody I know that can. Guys, and that's just a couple of guys I know could tell you these things. So guys, if you have, like I said, if you have questions, ask. If you're uncomfortable asking me, ask somebody that knows me, who's gamed with me and spent time with me, what they think of me. Several people in the OSG have spent plenty of time around me. Chris Wilhelm has. He games with me on a pretty semi-regular basis. He may be harder to get hold of right now because of computer issues he's having, but hopefully he got those fixed, but I don't know if he did or not. Chepe LePepe. Chepe has spent tons of time around me. Even Robert Ogre, who spent a little less time around me, but he spent some time in games with me and in general chats with me. These guys can confirm what I'm telling you. They can also confirm the passion that I'm bringing with this video. So guys, I'm just going to leave it here, and I'll let you decide what you want to do with this. But guys, seriously, I'm asking the entire OSG right now, if you hear something or see something or anything comes across your plate and it is negative, and not just about me, guys, about anybody, and it's coming from a third party, bring it to somebody's attention. Do not leave that shit hanging out there. That is the worst possible thing you can do. It damages reputations, it damages people, and it causes a lot of drama. So guys, I'm going to leave the video here. Hopefully you guys know a little more about me, the person, not me, the face of Legacy, me as an individual. And guys, I certainly hope you understand why I feel the way I do. As always, guys, we do want to see you at the game table. I certainly want to game with more of you. I've had some really good interactions because of the OSG, and I certainly hope I continue to have them, guys. As always, man, take care.